Kraven,
Okay.
bro. Talk to me about Kraven.
Did you actually go see it?
I didn't, but
Oh,
I
dude.
actually did. You go?
Yeah, I went today.
Oh man, I wanted to go, right? I did. Um, I just could I didn't have the time to go today. I was planning to actually go yesterday, but we had just such a really busy day that I didn't even have time to ask my parents to babysit or anything like that. So I was just
Mhm.
like, oh, we're not gonna get a chance to go. And I've just been hearing such terrible things that I just was like it's still like a fucking 75 € day out for us. Like, so I'm like, I don't even want to spend the money on this movie, but I'm actually delighted that you've seen it because what I was gonna say is
Oh,
the movie is like a financially, I believe it's a failure. I think they removed it from like half the theaters in America that they were going to show it on, which is
I was,
alarm bells, number one. Like if
yeah,
Sony don't even have that belief.
I was going to try to watch it in like Dolby Cinema where they had like the better recliner seats and not just a regular
Not
cinema
even
with
there,
like
I bet. Yeah.
no, there were no like they had one IMAX and then the rest were just like
Yeah.
regular or recliner seats. Shitty recliner seats, might I add.
Yeah.
So like not even giving us the good stuff. And it's
Wow.
just I was like, fuck, man, like that like and I was like, it can't be that bad, right? Like it can't
Yeah.
it's got to be kind of it's got to be so bad it's funny, right? Like it's got to have some little zazz to it and give you something, right? And I don't know how much you want me to
Oh,
go into
bro,
this.
you can spoil the whole fucking movie. I don't give a shit. Go for
Okay.
it.
All right. So, I went in thinking like, all right, I already have low expectations. Let's go in here. Let's enjoy the movie as best as we can. Bro, I shit you not. There were like six of us in that theater
Wow.
and and it was like I could lay out and be like, "Oh, thank God, like nobody's here. I'm going to lay out on these shitty ass
Yeah,
like
yeah. That's
recliners.
probably
I'm
the
going to
only good thing.
I was like a tired baby. I could not focus on the fucking movie whatsoever, but I knew what was going on.
Yeah.
And it was just so, it wasn't infuriating, but it was just so like boring. It was so bad. It was so undone. Like it had no legs to stand on.
Yeah.
Beginning heaps of ads about the digital release of Venom 3, which is insane because it's like Venom 3 wasn't even that good.
Yeah, no, it
Like,
wasn't. Sony abandoned this film before it was even released. And that's when I knew we were fucked, right? Because there was when we saw the trailers, we were kind of like, Jesus, this might be good because some of the trailers were actually looked quite good. I again, I've been listening to the leaks and the rumors about the movie for a year now, and I kind of knew it wasn't going to be good, but I thought maybe the general population might go and see it and it might make some money because they might get tricked into kind of going to what they think is going to be a good film, but then it turns out to be kind of shit. That's where I thought it was going to go, and I thought maybe
right.
they'll make a bit of money out of it. I just checked while you were speaking there. The global box office on Sunday is $26 million globally. Like that is
Oof.
unbelievably shit. Like that is some of the worst I've ever seen. Like I can't even believe it's that bad. And the fact that Sony pulled it from half of the theaters in North America will tell you that they themselves knew it was fucked. I heard that they had there was like a Comic Con or something on, I think in Brazil or somewhere, and they did it like a surprise panel for Kraven. I think they had some of the actors there, and apparently nobody showed up. The hall was empty, and nobody like wanted to even listen to the people talk about the film. And I'd say that's when they probably knew, oh shit, that no one's going to want to see this.
It, it
So
it
I might
was
still go see it,
just
man. I might still go see it because again, my friend was supposed to be in it. I was kind of texting him during the week, going, "Bro, you've done it again because this movie's another fucking flop." We always kind of joke with each other that everything that he appears in is cursed, and he just like everything fails. Like, and I've just like, man, you've just ruined another one. Well done,
so
like kind of joking with him. But
do
he's
you
he's
know
he's even saying, "I hope I'm not in it now." I don't even
do
think
you,
he saw it.
do you know what like what part of the film like did he say like what character he played as, like any sort of extra or whatnot?
His character I don't think has a name, but he's one of like the mercenaries who
Okay.
I believe it's the scene where they're laying the bear traps down to try and catch Kraven, I think. And
They cut that.
okay, so
He's
maybe he wasn't even
I
in
don't
the
think he's
movie.
in it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. So,
That or I missed it because I was so like on it was so uneventful that like I
even
started looking at
even
my phone because nobody was around. I'm like, I'm gonna look at my phone.
even the last trailer that they released though had some of those scenes in it, I believe. So it'd be weird if it did get completely cut, but maybe they only kind of panned over it very quickly.
Yeah.
I think the story was, again, I'm only kind of guessing now, but I think the story was is that there was a kind of group of mercenaries that were meant to be hunting what they thought was like a bear or something, but it turned out to be Kraven, and like Kraven comes in and just wipes out this like gang of mercenaries or something.
Yeah, that sounds like near the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well,
like
I think that's where he was meant to show up. Like he sent me a couple
gotcha.
of pictures, a couple of behind the scenes pictures, but I can't show them on the stream. But
Yeah,
I'll send them. Yeah, I'll send them to you privately. But he
yeah.
did send me some stuff, and like he looks cool. He's got like all the gear on, and he's carrying like an M16 or something. Like
Okay.
it's pretty cool. Well, yeah, man. Sorry,
Okay.
go on, continue. Tell me all.
Oh, dude, like I have never seen a movie try like do its best to give you the shittiest way that like to give someone powers.
Mm,
So like it's like it starts off with like him doing a hit because you know he's hunting people. Um and then it goes to like basically backstory. And I'm like, okay, well here we go. Here's how it fucks like
yeah,
it literally turns
10
in
years earlier.
yeah, because it's like you're probably wondering how I got here. And
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's
That classic tune.
it's so fucking bad, dude. Like they're out hunting with their father, Nikolai. It's him. It's Sergey and Dmitri. Dmitri is supposed to be chameleon in the future.
Mhm,
And essentially they go out hunting. Nikolai's trying to teach him like the art of hunting and whatnot, and and so then Dimitri's being undermined because he's an illegitimate son of like you know he's basically a bastard.
mhm.
And so essentially they come across a lion, just the two of them, and then instead of Sergey shooting at him, he stops because the lion is just like staring at him, and they kind of lock eyes with each other, like giving him the fuck me eyes or something. And
Yeah.
it's like it's so bad because then like all of a sudden you see Nikolai fire a shot off at the lion, and then the lion just goes berserk and attacks Sergey, bites the shit out of him, and then carries him off like he's gonna go fucking eat him. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I guess that's it. Credits, time to roll credits. But no, no, hear me out.
Yeah.
There's this lady and her grandmother, which I didn't realize that was her grandmother. They were playing tarot cards, and they're like, "There's going to be a path. Something bad's going to happen, and then you're going to find strength within." And then she takes the strength card, and then she's on the Jeep. And they're on the Jeep and they're taking pictures of giraffes. And they're like, look, honey, it's pretty, right? And then all of a sudden she's like, I gotta walk over to the bushes because there's something going on over there, which I couldn't hear a fucking thing. And then the lion walks into where the bushes area is, looks at her and goes, oh, sorry, bro. You want this food? I'll leave it for you.
What the fuck?
Drops Sergey and is like, peace out. Here's your thing. And she's like, that's what this is for, right? Because something bad did happen. And so we're going to add strength to Sergey. And I have this little vial of like this potion with a little leaf in it, which doesn't have any sort of indication of what the fuck it is. And I'm just going to give him a few drops or give him the whole thing. You know, it's a tiny ass vial. And
Oh, so it's not like tiger blood or like lion blood that goes into him. It's a different thing.
no, the lion blood goes in him.
Okay. I
But
thought that's what
the
gave him the
potion,
powers.
no, the potion is what gives them the
Ah,
powers. But the
right.
lion's
Okay.
blood is mixed with it, so
Gotcha.
that you kind of get this feeling that it was mixed with lion's blood, so that it's like it's all interconnected. But
He's an animal.
right,
Yeah.
but by the way, Katie told me ahead of time. She's like, "Did that lion have a mane on him?" And I said, "Yeah." It's like, "Yeah, male lions don't attack people. Like it's the female lions that go to hunt." Like,
Oh God,
so
no.
like she's like once
I couldn't even get that
again.
right.
Once again, women being undermined by men.
How dare they? How dare
can't
they?
even get a woman lion to like a lioness to go fucking kill a dude.
Yeah, yeah.
But like
Fuck's
I
sake.
thought that was hilarious. But anyways, that's what it was. The lion drops off the kid like, here you go, ma'am. Go
Wow.
ahead, give him the powers. She puts the thing in, he dies for like 3 minutes, and then he comes back to life in the hospital, and she slips him the fucking strength card. And I shit you not, it's like it's just so fucking it's like it's so
Sounds idiotic, man. It
it's
really
like
does.
what? Yeah,
Yeah, it
like no,
sounds
the
so
lion
silly,
was
man.
gonna the lion would have taken him to the pack, and they would have fucking eaten him.
Man, I know
He'd
we're
have
talking
been
about comic book movies here, but come on, this sounds so terrible. Like it really
he
does
would have been
sound
Craven
so bad.
Chow. He would
Sounds
have been
so
Craven
bad.
Chow. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's and guess what? That woman, like because they see each other later on. It's Calypso. So Calypso
Yeah.
is a witch doctor in the MCU, and
Yeah.
she fucks with Craven. She
Yeah.
like fucks with his head and like helps him out during his endeavors. Eventually, Craven like offs himself, and she's trying to resurrect him like in the later comics. Like it's so fucking crazy because like he never gets a chance to really capture Spider-Man.
Which movie did she appear in? Wasn't
Calypso.
she wasn't she in was there a version of her in one of the Sony movies already? Was she in like Morbius or something?
I
I think there was a version of her that showed up. It was the same actress who was in the
really
Sonyverse already. Yeah, she was in like one of the other movies. So like they very slightly connected this to another one of their shitty movies.
oh
I don't
weird.
know. I don't know which one. I don't know which one it was. I think it was Morbius. I might be wrong though. Might
I
have
mean
been like one of the Venom movies or something. I'm not
it
sure.
it did very much feel like a Morbius movie, but like
Mm,
worse because
yeah.
there was so much fucking talking. There was so much fucking talk, and all this shit. Essentially, like it goes back to his past again, or like they show him like like running away. um yeah, literally just go ahead and skip the movie if you don't want to watch it. If you feel like it's not going to be your thing, by all means. But if you care about bad movies, if you want to watch a bad movie, this is the king of bad movies right
Some
now.
people get their kicks off that. That's I believe that's how like the kind of horror genre stayed alive so long is that people like enjoy watching shit horror movies. Like it's part of the fun to see how
Yeah,
bad it's going to be. So I honestly think that maybe this is kind of what Sony were trying to do. It was like they were trying to make these like kind of cheesy movies that become kind of cult classics or something. But like no, like the comic book genre is not there, and it shouldn't be there at all.
right. Yeah, so like Craven and Nikolai, like Sergey and Nikolai and Dmitri. Like Sergey and Nikolai both don't really care too much about Dmitri. They abuse Dmitri in the comics. Like they do not give two shits about him, except for maybe Sergey. Sergey has a little bit of an interest in him, but like yeah, CW situation. Holy shit, it was so bad. It was so fucking bad, dude. Like it literally was like I'm going to streamline having Dimitri being the weakest link, and then at the end of the movie, he's going to be the leader of that organization that just got wiped out. Which
Ah,
that fucking happened, dude. It like 100% fucking just turned into this situation of like I'm so weak, but now I own the organization, so now I'm going to be like the head of the thing, and now I'm actually chameleon now, and it's just like oh my god, dude, like you didn't even give him a chance to like really grow. You just made him into a little pissant.
did they even explain the chameleon thing? Because obviously I knew about it, but is it even explained?
Just that he's really good at mimicry, like he can
Yeah,
mimic voices and whatnot. But like the only thing they do is the little tongue in cheek. He's like a
yeah.
chameleon.
Oh god.
He's like a
Yeah, we
chameleon.
got him. We got him.
What did and then it's like, what did they call him? They call him the Hunter.
Oh,
Some others call him Craven. Craven? Where did he get that name from? It's like idiot. His name is
yeah.
Kravenos. Like the what? What? Like, but anyway, so like you already know like Dimitri's going to be like the weakest link, but also ends up like the organization leader by the end of it, and you have these different characters in between that are upset with Craven because he killed someone at a Siberian prison, and that kind of only just spearheaded to that. It didn't show him killing any other people on the list. It just showed him in like I guess intervening against these people as well. They had the Jackal show up. They had the main villain is Rhino.
Yeah. I
I'm
hear he
like,
doesn't show up
what?
for like most of the movie as well.
No,
He's
like no,
not in a lot of it. Like,
No, well, like the character's design, no, not
Yeah,
at all.
yeah,
Like, but the character himself is there, like
yeah.
for the majority of the movie. He's at the fucking beginning because he's talking to Nikolai, and Nikolai's like, "You're weak, you suck. Get the fuck out of my face." And it's like, what? Like, okay. And then he's like, he makes this face of like, I'm gonna get back at you, and I'm like, oh, well, that's the fucking villain. There you go. Like,
Yeah.
it's so fucking tongue in cheek. It's so goddamn. It's so like it's petty shit.
Mm.
It's on the nose. It's tongue in cheek. It's fucking bullshit. I need to take a drink. Hold on.
Go for it. So talking about this, like obviously the fail, Sony have come out and said that that's it. They're done. They're not going to be making any more of these movies. Um, the rumor is now is that they're actually potentially talking about casting a new Spider-Man and kicking off a Sony Spider-Man alongside the MCU Spider-Man of Tom Holland. And like
I think
to be
that's
honest,
fine.
I think yeah, I think they should have been doing this the whole time. You know, whether they want to actually do like live action Miles instead and let it be like, you know, let Sony be like the Miles universe because obviously the Spider-Verse is phenomenal. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like and like maybe Sony just sticks to that side of it and then let Peter Parker be in the MCU. Like that to me is perfectly fine and I would be so happy with it. And then if you did like a Spider-Verse kind of crossover, I think people would go insane for that. Or if
yeah,
you want to
I
do another
agree.
Peter Parker, that's fine as well. I see a lot of people talking online and kind of just going, just cast Andrew Garfield, bring him back. Everyone wants him. Andrew's the fan favorite and all. It's like, and Andrew himself is like, where were these people in 2014 when we were trying to get Spider-Man 3 made? You know what I mean? It's like, obviously, everyone at the time after they saw Spider-Man 2 kind of abandoned Andrew a bit, but now it's everyone wants him back. So
Yeah, he did a really good job. I think
I
he
love him.
totally
Love him.
deserves like another chance. Like I think he at least deserves his third movie. Oh, dude, like he totally does a crazy accent. Russell Crowe. I don't even know why Russell Crowe was in that fucking movie. I was like,
Yeah,
this dude's here just for a paycheck.
I
Like
think so.
he's
And I think that they cast him going, look, guys, we've got Russell Crowe, you know, not really realizing that it's like, well, he was just in the MCU and he kind of flopped that as well, like being Zeus. Like that didn't really go down too well either. But now it's like
yeah,
he's got two kind of shitty superhero movies under his belt in the last what 2 years.
yeah.
Not a good look for Mr. Crow, unfortunately.
No, and it's like, and we all know that Russell Crowe does a pretty decent job of acting. Like, so
Yeah, yeah, he's
what?
not a bad actor. Definitely
And
not a bad
and
actor.
And like to be fair, it's like Aaron Taylor Johnson and Russell Crowe did a fantastic job. I thought their acting was pretty damn good here and there, but it doesn't save them from the show. Like it
Mm,
absolutely doesn't because I mean you can only give an actor so much, but if the
exactly,
writing and directing is so fucking
exactly.
bad,
Yeah,
it's going to make them look bad, which is
of
horrible.
course.
Because Aaron Taylor Johnson, I think like he did really well in Bullet Train.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
he's a good
fantastic.
actor. Very good
Yeah,
actor. I thought he's so good that I thought he was American. Like I genuinely thought he was American. I didn't know he was English
I
until I
didn't
saw
realize he
Bullet
was
Train.
kick ass.
Yeah, well, I knew that, but I didn't know. I always thought Kick-Ass was an American kid. I didn't know he was like a young English kid. Like so,
Oh yeah,
he's a good actor. When actors are able to trick you into thinking that they're a different nationality, I think that's a real sign of a good actor. Like,
oh
and
yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson is a good actor. Like Andrew Garfield is a phenomenal actor in my opinion, and those Spider-Man movies got a lot of bad reception. I personally don't give them as much grief as other people do, but they weren't great. Like, you know, the storyline wise, they weren't great, but Andrew fucking acted his ass off. The CGI department did a fucking phenomenal job. Like the suit designs, everything in those movies was correct. Just the story wasn't good. You know what I mean? The
Right.
scripts were poor, but everything
Was
else was great.
Was Toby the only American actor to play Spider-Man?
So far, yeah, yeah.
Crazy.